We're going live, 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 live. I'm live. Awesome. Hi, you guys. As you can see, I'm not at home. um, I am visiting in this hot sauna of a place. Okay. Um, yeah, really, really hot. But I'm grateful. I'm gonna go ahead and call my mom since I haven't talked to her in over a week. This is like the longest I haven't talked to her. Just because I really needed to get myself together. And when I say I need to get myself together, saw these crickets and everything else like howling. It's crazy. But when I say I needed to get myself together, I needed to get myself together. It was just so much hurt. I was just going through so much. And it seemed like, I know that's the enemy usually working when you really doing stuff right and you trying to be the best that you could be. And then it's just like, you stuck. You stuck at a wall. It's crazy. So, um, now that I got that, I was supposed to talk to her like earlier when I got here, but I've been so busy moving around and all that other stuff that um I didn't really get a chance to. So since it's 4 o'clock this time, it's gonna be 5 o'clock her time, which would usually be 4 o'clock my time if I was at home. But since I'm not at home, that's okay. So she should be done doing everything that she did for the day. So I should be able to talk to her.
State Hospital. Please listen. Wait while I transfer your call.
God, they have like horse flies here. Like these flies.
Richmond State Hospital operator.
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
1 moment, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
This is Liz.
Hi, Liz. My name is Beldine. I'm calling for Patricia Dean. The unit code is 420 Unit A.
Hold on just a second.
Thank you. We'll see how long they're going to take. Oh, it is so hot. My face is sweltering. My edges are going back. Even when I use edge control, it's so hot out here. It's like crazy. Um, it's crazy. Like I cannot wear pants out here because it's so hot. Tank tops.
Let me transfer to the patient's phone. Hold on just a second.
Okay. Yeah, if it's like freaking leggings, when I go and exercise, I have to exercise super early. Thank goodness I'm used to getting up kind of early. Otherwise, it'll get too hot, like around 8 o'clock, to go and jog and go and do anything. So, yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Mom.
You playing games around here?
What are you talking about?
Did you put a suicide letter in the paper here?
No, Ma.
Well, it's one here.
Well, that...
Like, I'm so terrible.
Oh, Ma, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think nobody sent you another letter. I didn't send you another letter other than how much was in your account.
I didn't say me. I said it was in the paper here.
In the paper? We're not in the paper. We don't even live in the same spot.
I know that, but they still carry news.
They don't carry our news.
They carried it.
That's not my news. That's what you're hearing in your head, Mom. Remember what I was telling you the last time? You just got to cancel it out, okay?
Where's Rosie?
I guess she at home. I don't know. Why? You want to speak to her?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to tell her to call you?
Uh-huh.
Huh? Hello?
Yeah.
You want me to tell her to call you
Right now.
right now?
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to hang up the phone and tell her?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Why not?
So you not gonna talk to me while I called you?
I'm trying to find out some information.
What information are you trying to find out?
Why you was in the paper.
Mom, I'm not in the paper.
Here.
I'm not in the paper over there.
Look. People have already told me and I seen your picture.
Whoever told you that, they're lying.
Where the picture's in now.
There's no picture of me in the paper, Mom.
What's wrong with you? I'm telling you now.
I'm telling you, there's nothing in the paper. You're hallucinating.
I'm not hallucinating nothing.
Okay, Mom. Well, I'm not in the paper. I'm talking to you right now. So I couldn't have committed suicide or tried to. Okay? I'm safe. Hello?
I'm listening.
Did you talk to your case manager on where you gonna be going?
No, she was busy today.
Okay. Well, let me know how that update is, because I'm sure they're gonna try to put you in what's the name though?
What?
In what is that? Edgewater apartment thingies.
Oh, hold on.
He's got a whole bucket.
I must be hallucinating.
Hello?
I thought they had a suicide letter in there. Hello?
Yeah. Who you talking to, Mom?
Nurse.
To the nurse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she overheard you?
No, I wouldn't ask. She said it wasn't in there.
Told you. See, Mom? Now you believe me?
Well, what's going on? Rosie's all right.
Everybody all right, Ma. It's just your mind. Sometimes it does that. Just your mind playing tricks on you sometimes. You have to catch yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Yeah. Did you go to class today?
No, but I went twice yesterday.
What y'all had yesterday?
Crafts.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to tell them that you was on the phone.
Who?
Nana.
Oh.
Hold on.
Come way down there where you at?
No, I'm over here where they at. My mom on the phone. Y'all want to say hey?
Hey.
You hear him?
Do I hear Keontae?
No, you hear Kimarion. He big now. He look like Keontae. That's Kimarion. You ain't hear him? Say hey again, Kimarion.
Hey.
He about to graduate. He about to graduate next year. That was him and Nana. Nana 10. She looked like she 12. The other baby gone, so.
Did Rosie adopt some kids?
Nope.
She didn't adopt no Down syndrome kids.
No, mama. She got too much to worry about with her grandkids.
This one, oh, that's what they are.
What? She ain't got no Down syndrome grandkids. She ain't got no kids with Down syndrome. I said she can't adopt nobody because she's too busy watching her grandkids.
Oh, well, tell Rosie to call me.
All right, I'll tell her. Yeah, Mom. What you have for dinner? What did you have for dinner, Mom? She just hung up on me. All right. Don't know. I'm not even gonna put it on her. No, she having one of her episodes again. So, and I know that happens. I know people are like, well, dang, is she ain't gonna never like? When is she gonna stop? When someone who has schizophrenia, that never leaves. Like, and you can't lock anyone up just because they're having hallucinations. The only time that they get like in there is if they become a danger to themselves or others. How my mother was on the ground that day, that's what gave more of an implication that she was off of her medications and she could be a harm to herself or to others, mostly to herself. But as far as the hallucinations go, they literally never go away. I've heard of people who are labeled as schizophrenic and then they do have hallucinations and they go away. Um, Usually it's dealing with, well, most of all the time it's always dealing with a stressful event that just somehow messes them up. But oh y'all, I'm itching. There's so many flies around here, it's creeping me out. Um, and these flies don't stop. They just don't stop. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Um, but anyhow, who people who have schizophrenia or even like when they have schizophrenia, they don't and they have hallucinations. Most of the time, those hallucinations do not go away unless they work on some inner stuff. I've even witnessed some people who've been labeled with schizophrenia for a long time and then is no longer because they don't have those hallucinations, but they had to do a lot of work. Um, and they went to definite extremes, to get that help. And most people are not gonna be able to face that. It depends on the individual. It depends on what has taken place, the time lapse. Because although I've seen someone who was labeled as schizophrenic and had these episodes and overcome it, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen for everyone else. It depends on the individual circumstance. Just like I said before, no mental illness is the same. Even if you have the same diagnosis or a similar diagnosis, it doesn't always come out the same. It's going to be somehow different, because you're an individual. Um, but like I said, it takes a lot of work, and those most of the time those hallucinations they don't go away. It's just find a way for them to cope and live with it and to get snapped out of reality. And one way you can snap people out of reality is not to have them in isolation. When you get into isolation, your mind starts to drift. Think about people who've been in prison. They take their mind off of things that's going, that they miss and everything and focus on somewhere else. So then they're in a whole delusion state. Then when they get out, they don't know usually how to function because they took all their time and attuned it to one thing. That's how someone who has schizophrenia usually do when their hallucinations are real to them. Did you hear how when I was telling her, no, that's not right, that's not true, she was not believing me. But when the nurse got up, then all of a sudden she's like, okay, well, I never had that letter. So um yeah. Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah, so um that was about it. um Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so many doggone flies. I know I haven't been on here very long and I do need to catch up, which you guys really haven't missed too much. I just been letting God speak to me, trying to get myself back in alignment because there's some things that I have let go of. And I even noticed even during this trip, like, if you were stuck in one place, like the growth of myself, I'm not talking about anyone else. I was stuck in one place and when God delivered me out of it, I was even noticing myself, and we all get into that moment to where how he took his people out of Egypt and out of the rule of Pharaoh, and they begin while they were in the wilderness being saved and being delivered, spiritually, physically, meant they was being free, so they wouldn't have this oppression and being oppressed. They begin to complain instead of rejoicing. They begin to complain about having manna, which was heaven's food, which was angels' food, for the angels. And because they were like, oh, we were getting the best of the meats, comparing the meats to the manna, which they have no comparison. They really don't. If you look at it, God was making it fall out the sky. They never had to grow anything. They never had to do anything but just open their mouths and eat, and eat for that day. They were getting fed day by day by day. God provided every single time. Not thinking about when they were under oppression, they saying, oh, they got all these delectable meats. But the reason why they got delectable meats is because that's what was all in the land. They were doing it so they can ensure their stay there, you know. When somebody is really trying to oppress you, they're not going to put you in too many harsh conditions. The best weapon of oppressing people and making them slaves is to give them things that they want that's going to slow them down from getting what they need, So that little small food that they were complaining, talking about they had the best of, while they were losing their self-esteem, they were losing their freedoms, they didn't have anything. Everything that was in that land was owned by them. But when God delivered them, he had ended up making them rich. They took their gold, they took their jewelry, their valuables that they had, packed them up and left. And instead of them saying, I'm grateful, they got in and started talking about how things were so bad and they wanted to turn back because you're not used to it. And I had to capture myself. And I tell some of my family members that a lot too, because I went through this part and I was like, oh, it's so bad because the things I was going through, it was tough because I was going through it by myself and it was scary. But as I look at it now and I look at the people that I'm around now versus the people that I was around, I see how God delivered me and took me out of the chains of bondage, took me out of the chains of bondage and really like set me free. So I was really, really grateful. I was really, really grateful for that because it opened up my mind and it let me know a couple of things of how blessed I am, despite the circumstances, things that I'm not comfortable with. Overall, God has blessed me. God has delivered me. God has raised me up above a lot of people, above a lot of the circumstances that I went through. It looked like it was hard, but it was so much worth it. When they got into the promised land, which was mostly their kids, because people were doubting. They were saying everybody, under a certain age wasn't gonna go because they was doubting. But and that the newer generation would go in because their mindset was different. But when I went into what I consider my promised land, because I understand now more than ever, y'all, this trip just really just opened my eyes, and it was like, okay, this really is my promised land. I see more of what God was telling me, even though sometimes had to apologize to God constantly because it's like I'm being disobedient. I want to share everything. I want to give everything. And, because I know the struggle, but God sees people's hearts. God sees that some people just don't want to change. And the reason why they're not getting blessed because they had that same mentality and you don't, and because you don't, and they start seeing you succeed, they're going to try to come and take what's yours instead of working on what they got, knowing God knows doggone well, and you finally find out, when they get on top, they're going to leave you. They're not even worried about what you're doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing it, So those are the things that that I'm really grateful for, and the things that God has been just releasing to me and showing me, like, this blessing is for you because you followed me. I'm not entitled to have, to take care of other people who are not following me. I'm not in control of that. I give everybody according to their measure, and that's true. Not to say that I'm perfect, because I'm far from it, but I know during my walk, it was a lot of things that I had to change and some things that I'm falling short on. And I noticed when I'm around certain people, some of those elements come back. And that's why I was like, I'm grateful for being away, because I didn't understand it at first, but I definitely do now. And like I said, I'm so grateful. I know that I did the right thing. I know that I was following God. Time would tell a lot. But I know I was following God. And once again, I'm just grateful for that experience, grateful to have that opportunity to be free and to know that, not only that, I am worth something. God has placed something in my heart, and he really has. and he's letting it go into fruition or manifest. I sometimes I get a little nervous about saying that because some people are off the deep end. Um, but yeah, I know that God is working on me and I'm in the right path, in the right. Oh my God, y'all, these flies is killing. In the right direction. Um, oh Lord, oh my goodness. I'm gonna cut this off because it's like when I say it's flies, y'all. My family member had a cookout a couple of days ago. It was just so many, and it's like country life here. When I say country, it is country life. Like people walk on the streets with horses, they riding horses down the street like it is nothing. Um, yeah, yeah. If I could show you around, it's you would know. You probably know where I was at. So, uh, so yeah. But I'm gonna get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem, and I promise that I will make a video tomorrow. Because I need to get back on the beat, and I don't want that to be left alone. And to those people who got knocked off of my videos and my lives, because I got 2 more emails saying that they got taken off. They didn't, so I'm grateful for that. But definitely just link me back in. I really can't. I did like your pages, your subscribe to your channels, even though you guys don't have anything on the channel. But definitely just re-like it. I'm not blocked. You're not blocked. So that's all I can say. I'm not in control of this platform. So I just, do what I can and post when I can. So, but thank you for giving me that information. Thank you for sticking with me. I know there's other people who are talking about a lot of things. Both negative and positive, and I'm grateful that you decided to take your time to look at my channel. So yeah, hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.